So, for this video, we will be diving into Word. So you're going to want to go to File, New, make a new document, and your document will open. And it should look something like this. I'm working on a Mac, not on a PC, but it's still Microsoft Office, which is pretty uniform no matter what kind of computer you're using. So here's the basic. Hopefully you guys have used Microsoft Word at least at some point. But if you haven't and it's new, might as well learn some fun tricks. So some basic information with the windows here. Up in the top left, you've got your fonts. You can download fonts really easily online. Just basically Google, free font to download. And it'll be a file that'll go in your download folder, and you press install, and you can install, any number of just thousands of free fonts. So choose some style, some font that you like. Here's the size to the right of it. So you can kind of see your cursor size changes to give you an idea of how large the font is. So I might write my title up here, essay title. And then if you press enter or return, you'll move to the second line. So you can change your font at any point. Say that I wanted most of it to be written in a different kind of text, and then change the size. That's my name. Again, to put a space in, line break at any point, you can press return. You can also change it via the format tab. I'll point that out later in case you wanted to change your spacing size. So moving around here, we've got the font size, decrease the font size, increase it manually. Some other important things here underneath the font, you've got bold, italicize, underline, so kind of just what it sounds like. Certain fonts might have different options, so you can bold and italicize, and you just press those buttons and undo them to get it back to how you want it. So other main kind of things up here with the fonts. If you highlight this, you can change the color at any time, where this colored A is. Okay, so moving along, over here you've got how to center what you're working on. So right now it's centered left, or it's aligned left. So if I highlight, you can just click and drag to highlight a selection of your document. Press this middle tab, now everything's centered in the middle. You can see what that looks like, kind of explore, center on the right. So let's say that we have our title centered, like most titles. Press enter again, now center or align it left. And you can indent by hitting the tab key. And you can start typing, "This is the body of my essay." For this assignment, you can use any kind of block of text that you want, as long as it's not copyrighted. So it can just be gibberish if you want. It's about the lesson of using Word, not the content. Now let's say that I just wanted to fill this with with the same thing, so I don't have to type a lot of nonsense. If I just wanted to repeat this phrase, for instance, I could highlight all of this. Again, that's just clicking and dragging to select it, and then go to Edit, Copy. Click to deselect, and Edit, Paste, and just easily I could just keep pasting that. And then I could grab more of it the same way, Edit, Copy, and then just keep pasting in more and more text, sample text. For another paragraph break, again, you'd want to just put in that tab button to start a new paragraph. A new paragraph is beginning, etc. Let's say that you wanted to make a list for some kind of a research paper, then that's when you'd use these bullet points, or you could use numbered selection. So let's say I want to use colon, and it's going to make that bullet point for you automatically for as long as you've got that tab selected. So a good paragraph has many words. Now if I press enter, you'll see a new bullet point, another bullet point, again, another bullet point. And then if I deselect this, oh, okay, so you have to keep that, and then I have to press enter and then deselect it for it to turn that off, and then I could again resume typing normally. So those are kind of the basics. Now if you move into where it says format paragraph, let's say I wanted to double space this. I could highlight everything, or I could go to edit, select all, and that's going to select all the text in my document. Now if I click on format paragraph, it'll open up this tab. You can see here if I wanted to move my indentation manually or change the spacing manually, line and page breaks, again if I needed to, if this was a research paper for instance and maybe I wanted to add footnotes. But to keep this kind of a simple introduction for the line spacing, maybe I'll go to double, press OK, and it shows you what it looks like. And now everything's double spaced. So, for most papers for classes, everything's gonna have to be double spaced, right? So that's basically, sort of the basics to make for this assignment. You could also insert anything if I wanted to insert, say, a text box, word art, clip art. Then it opens up a whole clip art tab. Let's put that up here. And so if you wanted to mess around with this font or text effects, that's what you could also insert. Shapes. Shows you different kinds of shapes you can enter. You can literally draw those into the document, and then it brings up a tab that shows you how to edit that shape. So many different kind of things you can insert. This is also where you can insert page breaks if you wanted to break that up, or self-contained text boxes, tables, etc. And then, of course, under tools, this is something else you're going to want to use, especially if you've got a lot of error. You're going to spelling and grammar. It'll check the document for errors, and you can choose if you want something to be ignored. If you're writing something fiction, let's say I just write like blah 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 blah. It'll be underlined because Word notices that that's spelled incorrectly. So if you right-click that, if this was something, we could see synonyms, but of course there's no suggestions because it's just total gibberish. But so that's spell correct. Looking for errors. You can check word count if you have a specific word count. You have to meet. Tables are more for chart documents. Something math related. We'll be getting to Excel later, which is going to be easier. You can also look up similar words using the thesaurus. But these are the basic, main points to cover for an introduction to Word. Pretty much everything that you're going to need for your first assignment. I might upload another video that'll go into detail, but everything covered so far in this is what you'll need for your sample essay, which will just be a page long. So, always message me with any questions, anything that I didn't cover or that you'd like to learn, and good luck.